Okay, we will discuss transient heat transfer, or it is also unsteady state heat transfer. Steady state heat transfer means in a steady state heat transfer, during the heat transfer, temperature will not change. Suppose if a body is there, if there is a body, if it is at a T1, after some time T is equal to, say, suppose if it is 30 minutes or 40 minutes, its temperature will not change. That we will call it as steady state. Unsteady state means after certain time its temperature will change. That is called as unsteady state, or it is also called as transient state. Okay. And one more thing, we will discuss lumped system. Lumped system. Lumped system means it is a system in which temperature will not change with location. Suppose at time t is equal to 0, the temperature of this body is T1. The temperature of the body is T1 means temperature at all the location will remain same. That is called as lumped system. But practically it will not happen. Suppose if you heat a sphere, if you take a sphere and if you heat it from outside, what happens? Initially the outside temperature will increase and inner will be colder one only. Okay. But practically it will not happen. We will initially study the lumped system because they are easy to solve. Okay. Further, it is for the syllabus. This is the lumped system. Further, because we will get differential equation for a lumped system, but that equation, there are exact solution for this lumped system equation, but for the other type where there is no that temperature at all the location, if it changes, there are no exact solution. We have to follow some other method. Okay, we have to follow some chart that we will discuss further. Okay, now let us consider a body. Let us consider a body of volume V. Let us consider a body of volume V. Of volume V, density rho, specific heat C, okay, and thermal conductivity K, and thermal conductivity K. Let us consider a body. Okay, we'll write them. If V let it be immersed in a container. Let this body be immersed in a container like this. Let us consider a container like this. Let the lumped system is immersed in that container. Let the lumped system is immersed in this container. Okay. It is immersed in the container. Let the lumped system is immersed in this container. Okay. Let there be a fluid whose temperature is T infinity. Let T infinity is the temperature of the fluid inside the container. Okay. Let us, I will write this. Phi is the volume of the solid. Let Phi be the volume of solid. Okay. A is surface area of solid. Surface area of solid. Okay. Let rho is density of solid. Density of solid. Density of solid. Rho is density of solid. Okay. C is specific heat of solid. Specific heat of solid. C is specific heat of solid. And let Ti is the initial temperature of the solid, because it is a lumped system with as well as it is a unsteady state, therefore temperature will changes with time. Ti is the initial temperature of solid. Initial temperature of solid. Okay. Ti is the initial temperature of solid, and T infinity be the temperature of fluid. Temperature of fluid in which it is immersed. In which it is immersed. Okay. These are the things which are necessary. Okay. Now what happens if the solid is immersed? If a solid is suddenly immersed in a fluid at time t is equal to 0. Okay. If this solid is immersed in a fluid at the time t is equal to 0, after sometimes what happens, the heat transfer takes place between solid and the fluid. Okay, whatever the rate of, suppose if the fluid is having higher temperature, heat transfer takes place from the fluid to the solid. We know from the first law of thermodynamics. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. Whatever the energy that transfers into the fluid, whatever the energy that is transferred into the fluid will raise its internal energy. Therefore, rate of heat transfer into the solid is equal to rise in the internal energy of the solid. Okay, therefore I can write rate of heat transfer into the solid of volume V, rate of heat transfer into the solid of volume V, it is equal to rise in the internal energy of the solid. It is equal to rise in internal energy of the solid. Rate of heat transfer into the solid is equal to rise in internal energy of the solid. Which type of heat transfer takes place here? Here heat transfer takes place by convection. Let the convection heat transfer coefficient be H. H is convection heat transfer coefficient. Heat transfer coefficient. Okay, let H be the convection heat transfer coefficient. Okay, let H is the convection heat transfer coefficient. Rate of heat transfer means I can write HA into T infinity minus T. T infinity minus Ti, because initial temperature is Ti. Okay, that is T infinity minus, sorry, in general we have not applied the boundary condition, therefore it is T infinity minus T. Okay, and rise in internal energy is equal to MC into dt by dt. We know M is equal to density into volume. Okay, therefore HA into T infinity minus T is equal to rho V into C into dou T by dou T. Okay, this is the equation governing a transient heat transfer in a lumped system. Okay, we will integrate it by using separation of variable methods. Okay, we will integrate this equation. To get an algebraic equation, we will apply the boundary condition further. Okay, this I have to rub. Okay, because there is no space, therefore I will rub this one. Okay. Now, what I can write here? This again, I can still HA, I can write like this, HA into, suppose if the solid temperature is higher, I will take minus common here, T minus T infinity, it is equal to minus, or I will rearrange like what I will do, we are solving by separating the variables, therefore I will rearrange this equation. I will rearrange this equation like this. Dou t by dou t. Dou t by dou t is equal to what here? Dou t by dou t is equal to HA into t infinity minus t divided by rho v into c. Okay, dou t by dou. I will rearrange this. I will take minus common here. Dou t, it is equal to minus HA t minus t infinity divided by rho c into v. Okay, I will take I will take t minus t infinity here, dou t on the other side. Therefore, it will be dou t divided by t minus t infinity is equal to minus HA divided by rho Cv into dt. Okay. Now I will integrating, or I can write this one. Okay. Now integrating this equation. I will call this one as equation number 1. Okay. Integrating equation 1. Okay, integrating equation 1. What will happen? Integration of 1 by t minus t infinity. It is ln of t minus t infinity. Ln of t minus t infinity, it is equal to minus HA divided by rho Cv into t plus C1. Okay. Now what I know? One boundary condition. At t is equal to 0, at time t is equal to 0, what is temperature? Initial temperature. Initial temperature is equal to Ti. Okay. Therefore, I will substitute that boundary condition. At time t is equal to 0, at t is equal to 0, t is equal to Ti. Okay. At time t is equal to 0, t is equal to 0, Ti. Therefore, ln of Ti minus t infinity, it is equal to C1. Okay. Because this will become 0. Can we substitute? Okay, it is equal to C1. Now, if we substitute this in equation number 1, substituting this in equation 1, this is equation 2. Okay, substitute equation 2 in 1. Substituting equation 2 in equation 1. What will happen? Okay, here, in this equation we will substitute. I will call it as equation number 2, this as equation number 3. So I will substitute equation 3 in equation 2. Okay. C1 I will substitute here. Therefore it will be ln of Ti minus t infinity, it is equal to minus HA into T divided by rho P into C or rho Cv plus ln of Ti minus t infinity. Okay, sorry, this is T minus t infinity. This is T minus t infinity. Therefore, what happens? It will be ln of T minus t infinity divided by Ti minus t infinity. What happens? We can take this in the LHS. It will be ln of T minus t infinity minus ln of Ti minus t infinity. Ln of A minus ln of B is, we can write it as ln of A by B. Okay. Therefore, in the similar way, it is minus HA T divided by rho C B. Okay. If I want to express in terms of, if I take, instead of writing this in the ln, I can write like this: T minus t infinity divided by Ti minus t infinity, it is equal to e raised to minus HA divided by rho Cv into T. Okay. E raised to minus HA divided by rho Cv into T. Okay. This term, what does it represent? What is T? T is the temperature of that lumped system at time t. T infinity is the temperature of the fluid Ti is the initial temperature. Okay, Ha and all other you know. Okay, by this equation we can get that we can get the temperature of certain lumped system after time t by this equation. This is one of the important equation. Okay, even this equation is available in the data book. Now we can rearrange this equation. We can rearrange this equation in terms of Biot number and Fourier number. Those are the important numbers here in the heat transfer, that too in the transient heat transfer. Okay, Biot number and Fourier number, these two. We will rearrange these in terms of Biot number and Fourier number. For that, what I will take? I will take this one only, HA divided by rho CV, because we want to arrange these in terms of non-dimensional numbers. Those are Biot number and Fourier number. I will take this term. What I will do? I will rearrange this one. What I will do? I will multiply this equation. I will take. I will multiply and divide by. I will multiply and divide by V, K and A. V, comma, K, K. What is V? Volume. K is thermal conductivity. A is area. Okay, I will multiply this. Therefore, HA divided by rho CV into T. Why I am doing? Because I want to express this term in terms of Biot number and Fourier number. Therefore, I am doing. Okay, HA into T divided by rho CV. Okay. Now what I will do? I will multiply Pk, means it will be HA into T divided by rho CV into Pk A divided by Pk into A. Okay, Pk into A. What will happen? It will be H into A square into T. H into A square into T into Pk divided by rho C P square into Ka. Okay. Why I am doing this? I want to express in terms of Biot number and Fourier number. Therefore, I am doing this one. Okay. I will explain what is Biot number, what is Fourier number, what is its significance. That I will explain further. Okay. I will tell that. Okay. Now, here we will in the lumped system analysis we will write one term that is called as characteristic length. We will write volume of the solid by area of the solid. Suppose if it is a sphere, volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by area of the sphere is 4 pi r square. This ratio in the lumped system we will call it by a term called as characteristic length. Okay, got it? What is characteristic length? Characteristic length is the nothing but the ratio of the volume of the solid to the area of the solid. Okay. Therefore, what I can write, instead of writing volume, what I can rearrange here? Okay, instead of P is equal to P by A is equal to LC. Therefore, V equal to what I can write is P is equal to A into LC. Okay. If I substitute that here, what will happen? HA into T divided by rho CV, it is equal to this term. HA into T, instead of writing P, I will write A into LC. Okay, into K divided by, okay, what I will write? Rho C. Instead of writing P square, I will write A square into LC square. Okay, into K into A. Okay, what happens? This A and A square will cancel. Okay, A and A square will cancel. Okay, what will remain? And how can I arrange it? This rho A, HA into T divided by rho CV, I can arrange like this. LC divided by K. This is one term. I will arrange like this. Into, I have arranged H into LC divided by K. I will arrange the second term like this. K into T divided by rho C into L square. Rho C into LC square. Okay, LC square. The same thing I have arranged. Okay. Now this term is having one significance. This term is having one significance. Okay. This is the same thing. HA divided by rho CV. HA divided by rho CV into T. The same thing we have. We are rearranging. ಇದೇ rearrangement ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Okay. Now this term K divided by rho CV. Okay. We know that term. Okay. K divided by rho C. What does that term? K divided by rho C is equal to alpha. That is thermal diffusivity. Therefore, instead of writing K divided by rho C, I will write it as alpha. Okay. Therefore, what I will do? HA into T divided by rho CV, it is equal to HLC divided by K. It is having some significance. Okay, therefore I am writing it in one bracket into K divided by rho C. That I will write it as alpha. Alpha into T divided by LC square. Okay. These two terms are having some significance. Okay. That I will tell what is its significance. Okay. Therefore, what I can write? The equation again baribodre T minus T infinity divided by Ti minus T infinity, it is equal to e raised to idar badli ಏನು ಬರಿಬಹುದು? I can write this term. Okay. I will write it as minus of Biot number into Fourier number. I will tell what is that Biot number and Fourier number. F naught. Okay. Here this first term is Biot number. Or instead of writing like this, I will like this initially only I will give the what is Biot number. Here HLC divided by K is called Biot number like Reynolds number, you know, in fluid mechanics. In the similar way, this term is called as Biot number. And alpha T divided by LC square, it is called as Fourier number. Okay. What does this significance? Its significance is if it is a ratio of the thermal resistance. Like this, I think if I go in detail, we will be out of. I will tell those things further. Okay, now T minus T infinity. I will substitute and I will complete this expression. Further, I will tell what is Biot number, what is Fourier number. It's a significance. Okay, Ti minus T infinity is equal to e raised to minus of Biot number into Fourier number. Okay, into T. Biot number into Fourier number into. Okay, only Fourier number. Biot number into Fourier number. This expression is important. Okay, this expression is important. Okay, further we know. I will tell what is Biot number and Fourier number within 1 minute. Wait. Okay, now here we know Q is equal to HA, Q is equal to rho phi into C into dou T by heat transfer is equal to rho phi into C into dou T by dou T. Okay. Here how we can write is this dou T is nothing but dou T by dou T is nothing but whatever from the equation dou T by dou T is nothing but Ti minus T infinity into e raised to Biot number into Fourier number. Therefore, Q can be given as rho into HA into Ti minus T infinity into e raised to minus Biot number into Fourier number. This is the temperature distribution. From this equation, in exam what they will ask? They will ask this one. Prove that T minus T infinity divided by Ti minus T infinity is equal to e raised to. And for solving the problem, to calculate the heat transfer, we have to use this equation. Okay. Now, what is Biot number? What is Fourier number? Its significance I will tell within 1 minute. Okay, I think time is there. Biot number is this one. HLC divided by K. Biot number is equal to HLC divided by K. Okay. This I can rearrange like this also. Okay. LC divided by Ka. LC divided by Ka divided by 1 divided by HA. 1 divided by HA. Okay. You can see here. What does L divided by Ka represent? L divided by Ka represents. This is nothing but Biot number. L divided by Ka represents conduction thermal resistance. Conduction thermal resistance. Thermal resistance. I will rub this one. Conduction thermal resistance. Okay. And 1 divided by HA represents convection thermal resistance. Convection thermal resistance. Okay. If conduction thermal resistance is higher, Biot number will be higher. Biot number will be higher. Suppose if we take whatever the lumped system here, the temperature at all the point is same. It means that conduction thermal resistance is lower. Conduction thermal resistance is lower. Therefore, Biot number is lower. Okay. For lumped system, we will take Biot number less than 1, less than 0.1. If Biot number is less than 0.1, we can say it as, we can consider it as lumped system. Lumped system. Okay. What is Biot number? It is the ratio of conduction thermal resistance by convection thermal resistance. Okay. Next I can write. This is important. Initially, while consider solving the problem, we have to calculate Biot number. If Biot number is less than 0.1, we can consider it as lumped system. Next is Fourier number. Okay. The second term, that is Fourier number. Fourier number. Fourier number. What does it represent? It is nothing but Fourier number is, we know, alpha divided by alpha t divided by LC square. This is Fourier number. This is the Fourier number. Okay. Okay. What does it really signifies is, it signifies how deeper heat is penetrating. It signifies how deeper, means suppose if there is a solid, if it is heating from outside, initially outer layer will get heated, further it penetrates. Therefore, Fourier number, it signifies how deeper the heat will penetrate into the solid during time t. During time t means if Fourier number is higher, it will penetrate the penetration of the heat inside the solid will be higher. If the Fourier number is lower, its penetration will be lower. Okay, and we can also define in one terms. It can also be defined as ratio of heat conduction into the solid to heat stored in the solid. Like this also we can give it. Okay, means what, how it will be. If we want to know still more, I can explain it. How it is okay, what does this alpha means? Alpha means K divided by rho Cp. Okay, rho Cv. Alpha is equal to K divided by rho Cv, therefore rho C, therefore I can write K divided by rho C. K divided by rho C into, okay, I think if you know this much it is sufficient. Okay, it is not